community was much bigger than the self. So when we think about ourselves, we should always sort of take into consideration, our surroundings and, the people. Because we had the opportunity to go to schools in much more developed areas, and we kind of saw that life was not all that much better in these areas. Without development in rural areas, people naturally will move on to urban areas, So that meant that people they disregard like a wealth of knowledge. I'm talking like a wealth of knowledge that they've accumulated since birth.
So with this urban migration taking place, we started having homes that were imbalanced. You find that the father leaves to go looking for a job in the city, or the mother has to leave and now is leaving the children here to look after one another. And that ended up causing problems and gaps within the community. We decided that there needs to be a change of some sort that needs to take place. A change which will incorporate the people on the land itself, and which will be in agreement with the traditional council as well. So this then became the ideal scenario where farming is something that is appreciated by the people that currently live on the land and some of those that have left, and it is understood by them. Also, it is something which the land can allow to take place. And with the tribal council, the initiative behind this would then be to develop the people and ensure that the land is still well looked after through organic farming. So that will all take place simultaneously and then come together as one element. And that's what got me personally worked up, that since there's something that could be like this, that could synthesize everything into one direction, this would be something that would be getting a push and a pull from the community, from the land, and from the traditional authority as well. Training will take place over 3 years, and after a 3-year period, then the individual who's received the training will have the opportunity to go through a 6-month trial period or test phase, where they then prove what they've learned over the 3 years in terms of the actual farming, management skills over personnel, and also business skills and how they intend to maintain the amount of cash and cash flow that is available to the business. So after the 6-month period, the successful applicants or graduates will then be able to, from that harvest, they'll first of all be, the harvest will be paid for or bought from them, and they'll be able to gain from it. And then we'll be able to, from that harvest, use that money to fence another 4 hectares, which will then create 5 hectares. And in that 5 hectares, they'll be able to employ 30 employees, of which 5 of those 30 employees will be scholars that will come in as interns, new scholars, replacing the old crew. So basically, you'll have a system that'll build itself in a pyramid type of form, where now this person who's received the knowledge is able to share what they've learned with the community. Now, each and every one of these individuals that will be involved in this in this training over the next 3 years will be allocated 5 hectares, 5 hectares, and 5 hectares. And if they fail, we've still got an opportunity for them to be plugged back into where the other individuals who passed will be able to show them what it is that they did differently and how they succeeded and managed to pass. So they'll be able to then showcase what they learned to the individual who didn't do as well, and then that individual will be brought up to par with them, and then they'll be able to improve themselves in that manner. And then again, they'll be given after 6 months the opportunity to show that now they have improved, and will be given the opportunity as if they've studied for 3 years again, and then start from anew. Those that are not interested in going through the testing phase after 3 years. Those will be then moved up into more management or senior positions where they'll then be responsible for the new interns that will be coming in. They'll be then training the new interns. They'll take them on personally, and they'll still be given a new allocation of land where they'll then be training the interns on that section of land. So in any case, they won't be doing as difficult a work, say, for people who are of the older age group. They'll be able to then work by telling the individuals that, hey, this is what you need to do at various stages so that they grow appropriately.
I think it will affect my family a lot because this will help my family because especially there is no job nowadays days. So I want to create our own job and our family business so that we can earn a lot. For now, I don't have an experience, but I do like to farm. Okay. Yes, if there's some workshops I can attend so that I can be good on my farming.
There is then the second group. The second group has been the group of families that have been placed into a cooperative. Why have we chosen to go this method? We've chosen to go into this method because those families have previously farmed. Unlike those of the first group, they've previously farmed and they've got space available, garden space, which will allow them to go from small-scale subsistence farmers into medium-scale commercial farmers. This transition will be done likewise with a series of training intervals that will take place. The cooperative will be formed, and within the cooperative there will be 2 steering committees. One will be for livestock, the other one will be for crop farming. So out of those 2 steering committees there'll be various projects that both of them are involved in. Now on the side of the farming, where they're doing crop farming for vegetables or fruit, it will be easier for them to be a cooperative where they'll be able to have various crops that they'll be growing. So you'll find that a series of homes will be growing perhaps maize, and then another series of homes will be growing beans, and another series will have perhaps onions or potatoes. And then they'll also be receiving the training as explained. Now the training will be training them in how to go about farming, especially in this time of drought that people have been experiencing. People will be taught based on mulching principles where the top layer of soil will be covered once planting has taken place, and that will be beneficial to the land because water will be retained in that form of farming. And also when hard rains come through, they won't take away the topsoil, they'll actually keep the nutrients within the soil, allowing the crop to be of a much more superior quality. There'll be a more scientific method of farming. This scientific method of farming will then have projectable outcomes from projected and specified incomes. And in this form, then people will be able to move in a scientific manner where now they know what the inputs are and what the outputs are. They'll be able to project that, okay, after a certain period of time, I should be able to make this much from the amount of land that I've got. And with that, it will bring alleviation and it'll improve the socioeconomic scales from that level onwards, because people will then be aware that out of our community, this is what we can produce. And from this community, we'll be able to do this for ourselves, and then we can continue and grow and grow.
So, umbuzo oqala manje sothanda ukubuza ukuthi yini eyenze ukuthi umana wenkosazana osonke njengoba silana ukuthi sithathe inyathelo zokuthi singene ensimini sisebenzele thina.
Ububha mntana bobukhona emhlabeni kunobubha siyalamba sabona ukuthi asisondele ngaphansi kwemkhakha eqhamukayo singayidedeli. Yeah.
Okay. Wena nkosazana.
Okay. Sifuna ukusebenza sibe nokudla kwethu singaqilazeke imali sami sothenga ukudla etolo ngoba nemali azikho ngcono sisebenze silime ukudla kwethu.
Yeah. Okay. Kunye lukhona ushintsho mhlambe sesingakhuluma ngalo manje uselenzekile njoba sesiqalile. Njoba sizoqhubekela phambili. Izinto sisazuthi ukuthi kancane njoba sesixoxa nje wonke lamasonto.
Yebo, lukhona ushintsho ngoba phela uma kuukuthi sekuvuthiwe ukudla, uyakhona ukwazi ukuthi udle okuncanyana, okunye uthathe uthengise ukwazi ukuthi kube khona ungene ephakethini. Ukwazi ukuthi nezingane zithola ukuthi zikwazi ukuthi zisizakale uma ufundisa nezidingo zasekhaya.